Hello, everybody. It is me, your friend Mike. I'm here today to draw a drawing a cover for a French comic book, and I'm basing it off of an old comic book cover called "Rocket to the Moon." Here, let me see if I can. So this is sort of. I'm not gonna do it exactly like this, but this is sort of what it's gonna be based off of. Because I kind of wanted it to have that old school sensibility to it. And of course, now I just messed up how my camera was set up. You don't need to see my shirt. I'll just bring it down a little lower. Is it better? Look how dirty my desk is. Oh no, terrible. It's terrible. Anyways, close. I don't want your updated drivers. Jeez Louise, quit. So let's pop over here to Blacklist Universe. Refresh page. Hope everybody's doing okay today. Tug is on right now, talking about the whole Dave Sim crap thing. All right. Let me pop this image out so I can reference it. That way I can see what you guys are chatting about and see my reference at the same time. It'll be great. Let's pop this chat out. Alrighty then. Are you going to copy the style? No, I'm not going to copy the style. It's just going to be sort of a inspired by, not an actual reproduction. I really like that old sort of pulp stylization, you know, the sexy girl on the cover with the, you know, but it's like the 40s, so she's not like, she doesn't look like a whore or something. She's just like, I might even give her the same outfit. It's just cute sort of space shippy outfit. And he's got like, the bad guy in this picture is like a big robot and stuff like that. So I'm going to do roughly a similar pose where the good guy's back here. Except he doesn't have a gun, so he's just going to hold his fist. I don't think he has a gun anyways. And then he's got his other arm around the girl. And the girl is cradled and sexily. Although, gosh, in the original, their feet get cut off, so I don't want to do that either. So she's afraid. She's got her hand up. Oh, no. Heavens to Murgatroyd. What is happening here? I need to leave town so my wife can clean again. No, my desk gets dirty here, over here, where you can see. I don't want to keep moving this because of my ink. And the ink splatters when I dip it and wipe it and do all those inker things. So is this for an upcoming project? No, this is a commissioned cover. So it's not for anything I'm doing. It's for a French comic book. And they wanted me to do a cover for them, and I said yes months ago before I got all this busy. And then they're like, do you think we could have it by the end of January? I'm like, oh, sure. And then, yes, I am listening to some music in the background, which means this will be demonetized. You're getting rain this weekend. How excited about it? You? Yeah. As long as we don't get all that crazy flooding again. That was insanity. You know, normally I would ask the publisher, the guy, I'd be like, hey, you know, is it okay with you if I cover up the costume of your main character? Because, you know, I want to put this sexy girl in the front, like an old pulp fiction cover. But they're French, so I'm just going to assume that's a yes. So we'll do this. Entire county was under flood warning. Yeah, so one of the guys at my daughter's acting class was completely flooded. He like had this Pilates studio, and he had like 5 or 6 feet of water just flooded the entire studio. So everything he owned was just demolished in the last rain. It was no bueno for him, I tell you. All right, I'm also going to make this girl a little more buxomy, just because that's nice. Are you okay with being the scapegoat? Oh, for the destruction or the partitioning of Comicsgate? I don't care. They can scapegoat me if they want to. Um, I'm gonna stand by me being me, and if people don't like me being me, then they can suck it. Oh, oh heavens! This terrifying robot is scaring me. Yeah, it is sad. He had a GoFundMe. I should have probably linked it. Do, do, do. Can anybody even hear the music? Because I have it pretty low. Oh, 6 p.m. God Emperor Trump speaks to the nation. Okay, we are going to be watching that. Sean, remind me because I should be on until at least then. And then I'm going to live stream that too. I don't know if I should live stream that as a separate stream. Should I do that as a separate stream or should I just do it here? I could rename my stream God Emperor Trump pre-stream drawing stream or something. Can't make out what it is? Okay, that's fine. No draw and quarter today. It's Tuesday. Drawn and quarter is on Wednesdays. Wednesday's drawn and quarter is going to be a wall. Everyone's going to have to draw their version, their best design of what the wall should look like. That'd be funny. Problem is, I don't even know who drew this cover, so I can't even reference it for the, usually when you draw after somebody else, you give them credit for the poses and stuff. I'm not doing an exact pose duplicate, but, close enough that it is referenced. But I don't know who drew it. I can't just put after some dude. Either way is cool, but fun to watch with you. All right, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to rename. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm going to rename this stream. I totally forgot that I wanted to do that. That's funny. And all these pop-out chats still open from yesterday, or from earlier. All right. Creator Studio. Live streaming. Thank you for reminding me, by the way. Events and edit. Not Lone Star Draw Stream. So, gosh, what should I call it? I should call it the God Emperor Trump pre-speech stream. Donald Trump. POTUS. All right. Save changes. Oh no, it didn't save changes. Come on. Oh yeah. So now it is God Emperor Trump pre-speech stream. Everybody share that out. Too funny. All right. Let's get back to the drawing. I've heard through the grapevine that you approve of a wall between the U.S. and Canada. That might be a little pricey, but I approve. I was finally able to order Lone Star the other day. Can't wait to get it. Looks like I got it just in time with all the Ben Shapiro traction you got. Yeah, it was a good little bump. I ain't gonna lie. Happy to have it. Not sure how else I can milk that. I'd love to milk it a little more, but I don't want to be a pest on Ben's Twitter page either, or his Facebook page. Because that'd be that would be tacky. Being a pest on my own Twitter page is fine, but being a pest on somebody else's page is annoying. So I'm just going to have him curling his fist at this guy. We got another little umbrella to tell us stories. Inking the last 3 pages. Oh, Doug jumps on live now. He could have jumped on live on my page, the jerk. Everyone should go, God Emperor Trump. Yeah, not LONESTAR drawstring. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, dashboard. New channel. Oh, you're saying that I should put the dash in the God dash Emperor. I'm fine. I'll fix it later. Wielder of the orange scalp weasel. Everyone should go bug Doug. Be like, dude, how dare you start a live stream during Mike's God Emperor Trump stream? Oops.
President Trump.
Oh, Blacklist Universe. Man, I am 14 subs away. 14 subs away from 4,000. Woot woot. What are you drawing? I am drawing a commission for a French comic book. And I'm modeling it after an old pulp fiction comic book cover called Rocket to the Moon. So I'm going to get sort of a good sense of positioning here. Then I'm going to go back in, get the reference for the characters. And then this is the fun part. So we've got some rocks and stuff, right? It's just some weird rocks as background. And then he's got this alien on the cover, and I'm just going to kind of sketch in a goofy alien here, but it's actually a robot he wants me to use. So I thought, robots, you know, this would be great. Like do like an old pulp cover instead of you know, your standard modern comic book cover. I thought it would be cool, so hopefully he likes it too. All right, so I got that sketched in okay. Let's see, do I want to do like, she's got billowing hair. I like the billowing hair, like she's the Venus de Milo. And then there's actually a rocket back here on this one, but I don't know if I want to do that. I already gave you 25 subs out of my 100 accounts. I don't want fake accounts. I want real accounts. I want every account to be a real person that is somebody I'm reaching, not sock puppets. I don't care about the numbers. I care about the people. All right. So let me minimize that. All right, let me see what this guy's costume looks like. It's got kind of a weird Wolverine type mask. Gosh, he's no good reference. He gave me no good reference, I'm telling you. And this guy actually cosplays this character in France. He's got kind of a weird red, white, and blue Wolverine-ish design. But it seems like every drawing, they draw his mask a little bit differently, so I think I have a little bit of leeway to do whatever I want. I am not going to make it look just like Wolverine because that's Wolverine. All right, let's see. Hey, everybody, share this out to Twitter. Let's get some peeps in here. I should send this. Oh, I haven't sent it to Ethan. He's probably working or sleeping. But he'd be fun to have on the God Emperor Trump stream. I am back, and Doug told me to tell you unicorns are not real and not biblical. EVS is on Twitter. All right. Ugh. I keep stopping to do stuff. It's kind of starting to irritate me. Twitter. I'll just post it to the paste. All right. Well, hopefully he'll get that. Blah ba doo ba doo 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 doo. I saw him say something recently. Yeah. What is your retort? Oh, to Doug? I don't want to retort to Doug about the unicorn thing. He's just deluded. I think he's not living in reality. He's rejecting clear biblical teaching to maintain his silly. I don't know. I don't want to say anything mean, but what a goofball. Just tell him he's a goofball. I like giving him a nice pointed nose, though. Give him a nice tough guy mouth. You want this chick? You gotta get through me. That's right. Ethan has a high council in an hour, doesn't he? Oh, that's right. Poor Ethan has to be on high council while the God Emperor is giving his speechifying. And see, that's the weird thing about this kind of a helmet is that it doesn't matter what shape you do. Someone else has already done that shape as a version of Wolverine. It's like, oh, I'm going to do it a little shorter than, oh, no, somebody else did that. I think J.H. Williams did that. I'm going to make it a little longer. Oh, no, that's somebody else did that. Like, oh, I want to make it a little more curvy. No, that's how they did it in this, that, or the other. Maxwell Miller, $2. Looked it up. Joe Orlando did Rocket to the Moon cover. Joe Orlando, after Joe Orlando. Thank you very much, Maxwell Miller. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hate to not credit where credit is due, so. The border crisis. Yeah. It's the border crisis. We're going to see if... I honestly don't think he's going to invoke emergency powers. I think that's like Trump being... you know, he's always like pushing further than he's actually wanting to go in order to get people to do what he actually wants them to do. It's the art of the deal, you know. So I think that threat, which is, you know, freaking out a whole bunch of conservatives. It's like, you can't do that. That's not, you know, technically he can do it. He shouldn't do it. But should he threaten to do it to get the Democrats to actually do what he wants them to do? Hey, you know, that's kind of his shtick, isn't it? Dan White, what's up, Mike? What's up, Dan? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Twisting Crow. I used to think it was 6 o'clock. It's Twisting Crow. Twisting Crow. Twisting Crow. Twisting Crow. Okay. This guy has gloves like these. Doop, 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 doop. Build a wall. Make Ron Mexico pay for it. Make Ron Mexico? Who's Ron Mexico? I don't give a hoot about Mexico paying for the wall. I thought that was just funny. I didn't expect Mexico to ever legitimately pay for the wall, even though they should pay for half of it. Like when you have a neighbor and you build a wall or a fence between your properties, you know, you're supposed to be good neighbors and each of you pay for half of the wall or the fence, whatever it is, because good fences make good neighbors. That is an age-old axiom, right? But Mexico doesn't want the wall because Mexico they make more money off of America than any particular industry, maybe drugs, but there they make their money off of America too. So they're not good neighbors, are they? If they're using our economy because they refuse to stand up to the drug cartels and take back their country. Oh, maybe it's because they can't have guns down there that they can't fight back. Funny how that works. Mexico needs a Second Amendment, and they need us to end the war on drugs. Sorry to be all political, but we're talking about Donald Trump now, so I'm getting all political. They got a lot of money sent back to them from their family members making it in the U.S. Yeah, remittances are their highest form of income in Mexico. Remittances from the United States, that is. And, you know, in a sense, you can't blame them. You can't blame them for wanting to come here because it is, I mean, comparatively speaking, it's easy money. The wages here are just so much higher than they are in Mexico. You know, what would you do? And regardless, it's right or wrong, what would you do? So I can't blame them, but at the same time, we have to stop them. We have to stop it. We can't have both a welfare state and unfettered immigration. You have to pick one or the other. You cannot have a welfare state that attracts people to use our our tax dollars and have unfettered immigration. So pick one. Honestly, I'd rather have unfettered immigration. I really would. But only if they're, oh my gosh. Actually, you might have to throw in the whole minimum wage argument too. Because the reason there is a desire for that work, for those workers, is because they have, well, okay, we're talking about farm workers here, not your average, because like my brother is a carpenter and he used to live here in San Diego. Dude could not get freaking work because there's so many illegals here in San Diego willing to do that work for so much less than a highly trained, American carpenter, and yeah, he even had a buddy. He used to work in roofing in San Jose, and he had a buddy. The place he worked for hired illegals, and one of them was a guy named Philippe. And Philippe was here illegally. Dude owned a freaking horse ranch in I'm trying to remember what part of Mexico it was. I forget. But why don't you and Doug get on the same stream and dual broadcast? It would make more interesting conversation. Dual stream? So I could jump on Doug's stream from my computer. Sure, I'll jump on Doug's stream. Yeah, I can actually do that from this computer. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so he owns a horse ranch. A horse ranch. So he would make the money here, and he would send it down there for his wife to go and buy, horses, because he was, once he had a big enough horse ranch down there with enough, stock or whatever you call it when you have horses, he was just going to go down there and retire. But he was up here because it was good, so much better money being a carpenter up here than it is in Mexico. But you know what? We didn't need him because we have carpenters here. It's just that people don't want to pay the higher wages for American carpenters, so the companies would hire the illegals. And that hurt. That hurt my brother. That hurt, other people here who grew up thinking, I'm gonna become a carpenter because, that's good hard work and it's good paying work. And then, boy, you come get undercut by a crap ton of illegals and you're screwed. All right, I'm gonna go steal the thunder. Let's see. Twitter messages. I'm the first one here. Oh, that can't be right. This must be an old hangout. Doug to Naples. Oh, that was his 7 hour ago hangout. Has he launched another one? Oh, I don't have a link for Doug. Nope, that's the 7 hour ago one. Doug is not dropping his link. Nope, I don't have Doug's link. You can tell him to drop it to me if you want. The odds that Trump declares a national emergency. I think slim. I think the odds are slim on that one. All right. I don't think it's slim to none, but I think it's slim. Because both parties have turned a blind eye to illegal immigration, we've created a permanent underclass of non-citizens. The sick thing about its people seem to be okay with. I know. They're slaves. They are working slave wages, and people on both sides, not the conservatives who are interested in using them for labor want it, and then obviously the left wants them for the votes. And it's bad all the way around. You know, it's not good. You can't. How can a moral country have a slave class, right? Slave wage class. These people, oh my gosh. I live in San Diego, so it's common here. It's a big, it's a percentage of the population, you know? And so these are guys that they'll go around to all of the what do you call it? Garage sales, like on Saturday morning. They'll show up at like 5:30 in the morning to the garage sales to see if they can get people's mattresses, because they're filling up the floor space in the apartments with mattresses, because they're piling families into. And believe me, this happened to me. This happened to my neighbors. They'll take every mattress you freaking have, because they're just piling people in. It's like, you ever seen those images of the dollar a day workers in China, how they're like piled into these apartments, like on double bunk beds in a freaking like a 4x8 room or something like that, and you've just got all their stuff, all their belongings. Man, dude, we're doing that in America, and we're doing it to the illegal immigrant population. And I mean, the saddest part about that is that kind of living for them is still better than where they came from. So, I mean, obviously, or they wouldn't be here doing it. And it is sad. It's a very difficult problem. But you know, facts don't care about your feelings. We have to take care of this problem. Not being able to control a border seems like a national emergency to me. Yeah, but the emergency is supposed to be like, it's an emergency because we don't have time to take care of this through normal, legal, constitutional means. Therefore, we have to, utilize emergency powers to do it. But it's not that we don't have time. It's that the Democrats refuse. The Democrats are forcing a emergency upon us because they refuse to. Oh wow, the sunset is gorgeous right now. They refuse to play ball. They refuse to negotiate. They refuse to vote yes on something they voted yes on 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Well, wait, 2013. Oh my gosh, that's 6 years ago now, isn't it? I need some different. I need some different reference for you, dude. Oh, that is a weird mask. Okay. Guy has this thing all spray painted on his outfit. All right, let me see. If I do this a little different, then it won't look so much like I'm just copying Wolverine, because I don't want to just copy Wolverine. Let me give this. So I am hoping that Trump is just using this as a Trump card sort of a thing. You know, emergency powers should be saved for emergencies, and I don't want to set the precedence for the next Democratic president to think that he can use emergency powers to fund whatever he wants to make, like concentration camps for conservatives, re-education centers. It's an emergency. We must re-educate these conservatives. Um, the less power the executive, the less power the federal government has, the more I'm happy. So, got to stand by principle over party. Actually, I'm not even a Republican, so got to stand by principle over president. Principle over president. I love my president. I'm proud to have Donald Trump as my president, but I don't want him going over the line either. I think that's good for him. I agree. Corporate Republicans and Democrats profit from the cheap labor, and Democrats get more votes. That's why politicians drag their feet. Yeah, I know. It's a crappy, crappy situation, isn't it? People have repeatedly voiced their will on the matter. Government won't enforce the law. I know. It's frustrating, isn't it? Wolverine, Mike? No, it's not Wolverine. That's why I'm trying to get away from it, make just looking like a Wolverine helmet, because that's the design these guys have for this character is it's a little too Wolverine for my taste, but it's not my character, and they did commission me, so. Oh wow, this is somebody else's. Interesting. This must be a popular character in France because they've got multiple people doing what do you call it? Cosplay. Oh, here's another one. Here's a third one. Sorry, I'm looking for a reference. I'm not going to be very vocal while I'm looking for a reference. What is that? Yeah, they have one guy drew it, and the mask just looks straight up like a Wolverine mask. Don't bother changing it or anything. This dude drew him. The mask almost looks like a Batman mask. So strange. All right. You're in California. Gavin Newsom is your governor now. Don't remind me. And wants to give free healthcare to illegals, to do all kinds of crazy things to increase the financial burden in your state. I know. What do you want me to do? Move? It's California, man. It's so hard to move. And we'll see. I haven't felt led to move. I mean, my flesh wants to move just because I think I don't want to be in this Gavin Newsom nightmare. But I generally need to feel called to move because that's such a big life decision. I need to feel a calling from the Lord that says, you need to get out, yo. It's worked well the last few times, so. Dig the trench. The FBI has outlived its usefulness, but unfortunately, it has managed. Oh, Doug just sent me a link. All right, I will pop this open.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, let me turn this down.
Hey, Miller.
Hey,
Did I not send you a link earlier? I thought for sure I did.
you did not, sir.
Weird.
It's all good. It's all
brought
good.
everybody in here tonight, watching him finish up triumphantly.
Yeah, I sent one to Cecil, Ethan Van Sciver. I mean, Ethan, come on. Shouldn't he be here?
Should be.
I don't know. I don't know.
He was at the launch of my project and he won't come in.
Yeah. Well, it's,
Sure.
I want
are you
him to-
closing? Are you closing your project tonight? Or are you just finishing the art?
This is finishing just the art.
Yeah. Well.
This is my final, this is 96 pages of book, and I'm documenting the whole thing. So, like, 96 pages of a book. It's not
96
hard.
pages of book on the wall.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I mean, yeah, 96 pages. Tell the people, Mike.
The people. The
Tell the
people.
people about what it's like to do a graphic novel. I want your perception of the hard art. Not lettering, not writing, but just pencil and inks when a book is done.
Tell them what? How it feels to finish a book?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, feels good.
Yeah.
It
That's
does
all
feel
I'm
good.
telling
Yeah.
Does it feel like an ending? Will you take a huge break, or will you instantly start whiteboarding your next big epic?
Oh, yeah.
Or you'll start immediately?
No, he'll take a day off.
I'll take a day off, but I can do that easily. Like carrying around a bunch of note cards and doodling on the next story.
That's the fun part,
It's
isn't it?
not you can do that in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the epic, I've been working 17-hour days on some of these days.
Sure.
That's done. There will be no more 17-hour days till I start inking the next book in 3 months.
Guys in the chat, can you hear Doug's? You're actually streaming on my stream as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the speakers, the
How do you
speakers.
do that?
I have 2 computers.
You have to.
Is that all it takes?
That's all it takes.
Just talk to your other computer or shake hands with it?
Wait, is your other computer's camera pointing to the show or something?
My other computer, my other camera's up here. It's pointing down at my artwork.
Oh, cool.
You can open up my page and watch what I'm working on.
Oh, guys, Mike S. Miller is a comic book artist. For those of you who don't know, he's doing Lone Star.
Lone Star.
How did the one about the shark? I can't think of the name.
The Meg.
The Meg. The
Meg Ryan.
Meg.
Did you sell a lot of that or not?
It wasn't huge. It wasn't
By
huge.
not huge, you mean give him the dollar amount.
35,000.
35 grand. It wasn't huge, Ellis. 35,000. What do you mean that wasn't huge?
Well,
Well, Lone Star is at 109,000.
Who did?
Lone Star.
Oh, I know, but that's like an original title.
Well, yeah,
That.
but the Meg had 3 books.
Yeah, you wanted some return on all that effort. Yeah.
They were done. That's your warehouse. I'm talking about an original book. 35 grand for what's in your warehouse? That's all you
Well, I have to publish them. They're not in my warehouse. They have to be printed.
you have to still pull the trigger on a print run or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's not pure profit.
No, if it was pure profit, I'd be giddy. It sounds weird here. It's a little choppy. I hear Dung Beetle Doug. Yeah, I can shoot. The thing is, if I unplug my speakers from the other computer so that they hear you better, then if anybody comes into my stream, it's going to sound like crap.
Yeah, I hear some kind of a weird echo, a gurgle.
Shouldn't be mine.
Gurgly burgly. All right. Well, let me try that anyways.
Like experimenting.
I am.
Should be. I'll take the bird box challenge right about now.
What's that?
That's the new Sandra Bullock movie. It's also the most recent Red Letter Media review, which is just full of spoilers. They just
spoilers. Did they like it overall?
No. When they hate something completely,
all right, that's better, right, guys?
With spoilers, ruining everything.
So it's trying to be like A Quiet Place,
right?
If you can't make noise, you can't see anything.
Well, A Quiet Place was Speak No Evil. Bird Box is See No Evil.
Right.
So we need to hear no evil.
That's right.
Horror movie.
Next.
Yeah. The next knockoff iteration will be you can't hear anything.
Yeah, and then it'll be you can't taste anything.
Anything. If you taste anything, the demons will find you.
Yeah. And then you can't touch anything.
No touching.
No touchy.
It sounds really dumb. It sounds like the biggest flaw, according to they're talking about the structure, is just wrong. That they have it starts with a flashback to where
spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if it starts this way, it's not much of a spoiler. But it just informs you of where it's going to go. And like they pointed out, if Day of the Dead started with them leaving on the helicopter after they escaped from the mall, it'd be like, what kind of movie can you possibly tell me after that? You know? In other words, they got rid of all the suspense that they could.
So they're like going back and saying, "Here's what happened."
Yeah, here's how this really unusual thing happened. Yeah.
Oh, weird. Well, that's true for Moby Dick, isn't it? They call me Ishmael, and he's setting down the accounts, and
does he say he's drifting out by himself in a broke up boat?
No. Okay. Yeah, okay. But because it's written from a first person perspective.
Yes.
All right. Oh, did you see the movie that told the true story with Chris Hemsworth?
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
Oh, you didn't like it? I liked it.
Yeah, the Ron Howard movie, that was bad.
Oh, I haven't seen that. No, I meant to watch it.
It's not fair that I can say that I saw it. Angie rented it, and we were all watching it. And I had recently read Moby Dick, so I was all into it, ready for the true story. And I thought it was so terrible that I fell asleep during it. So I'm not sure. I can't make.
Well, that's why they made it into a fake story, because it wasn't. You got to flash it up a bit for the.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Maybe I gotta watch it again if you really liked it. I really didn't.
Well, I liked it. I mean, I'm not gonna go out and buy it or anything, but
no, heck no.
Who's been your biggest inspiration, Mike, on being a storyteller yourself? Who has somebody that you saw how they were doing it? You said that's how you do it. And that's how
you mean storytelling?
Yeah,
like storyboarding or like writing or which? What?
Yeah. For writing,
I guess I'm most interested in.
Yeah.
Writing?
Michael Bay.
Huey Ball.
No, I mean.
Yeah, Huey Ball. Yeah, he's good.
I think Robert McKee and Blake Snyder gave my stories structure that I didn't.
Trying to save the cat pretty early.
Yeah. And it was just like, I may have had a natural sense of dialogue and whatnot and storytelling, but reading those books, it was like, oh my gosh, it's like so much stuff I wish I'd have known in high school or whatever. But I think George.
You do get around to reading all the same crap I'm reading too.
That's why you have to read those things.
Yeah.
Because
don't want to be left out.
Hollywood reads them, and that's what they expect from stories. Even though I think
Well, it's like George Bridgman for artists, you know. It's like you gotta learn the structure.
Right.
Yeah. The big guy that I follow and who really I probably emulate the most is John Truby.
Truby, the how many? 22 pieces.
Yeah.
That's complicated.
I follow that pretty religiously on
All 22 pieces of it, huh?
There's a couple of optional pieces that I leave out, and I've added quite a bit of Dan Harmon's circle thing that I first got. I got that from him when he first started writing, like in the 90s.
Yeah, he's a guy that needed to simplify for himself, and I like the fact that those guys are out
there. The hero from 1,000 Faces.
Right.
Joe Campbell. That's all he is. And I've read a lot of Joe Campbell, whatever his name is.
Joseph Campbell, the Hero's
Journey, and the Hero of 1,000 Faces. Yeah. And there's a little McKee in his stuff. But Mike, you're really big on McKee, right? Because I really didn't like a lot of what was in Save the Cat, and it's probably because I was already doing another structure for so long.
Well, Save the Cat was Snyder.
Yeah, Snyder,
McKee, and Schneider. Yeah.
I think of
and Ethan Nicole is the Axe Cop guy is a big advocate of Schneider. He went to one of his seminars.
I think the Blake Snyder stuff is it's like the junior college level version of story.
Yeah.
You know, it's like here's the Cliff's Notes that most people can get away with if you don't want to read the tome that is story.
Yeah. Right. And I did like his simplification of miscongeniality. I thought was really good. He goes through miscongeniality and goes over all of it.
Yeah, the beats, I mean, they make so much sense, you know?
Yeah.
And I may not stick to all of it 100% when I write, but I think it's still good for basic structure.
Yeah.
I remember that now about Sandra fights her true nature and has to come to grips with it of being the tough girl. That still has some femininity, and she's got to admit to herself that she needs to be just a little feminine.
More priestly.
Yeah.
And by the way, my crew on VeggieTales, you know, Ethan was doing a lot of Save the Cat on his VeggieTales episodes, and so is Eric Branscombe, who was, you know, one of the writers.
Oh yeah. Eric's a good writer.
And then Eric just ended up kind of inventing his own story structure. He would follow those beats every time, and he came out with some good stuff. I never understood it, but he had his own internal thing he was trying on that. That's my thing is I don't care what your structure is as long as you have one. Like you gotta have one. You know?
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it just extemporaneous writing is fun.
Yeah.
But man, you can tie yourself into knots. You know? Yeah. That's why I was trying to. I told Nasser to read frickin' Save the Cat, and he's arguing it with me. I'm like, dude.
I was going to bring up Nasser's story he exposed me to. I felt like most of it probably, and especially when he tells you how many he's writing a year or in a couple of months. It's like, well, slow down a little bit.
Yeah. How about doing some
kind of my advice
quality
too? Is you've pounded stuff out, and now it's time to build up your scaffolding ability.
Right.
You know, because it's not quite, the scaffolding isn't quite there. The love of writing is there.
Yeah. I mean, you're better off being able to say, okay, I'll start cutting then. Well, unlike me, it's like, geez, I've got 2 minutes worth here.
So I try to do some structure. Another big influence on me is Rossio and Elliot. Those the guys that wrote Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, I thought that was the old baggy pants comedians. Okay.
No, Rossio and Elliot, and they have an incredible website full of free resources like how to come up with character names, how to write dialogue.
Oh, that sounds good. Let me write that down.
How to not write crap. Write it down. It's called Word Player.
Bird
Word Player.
Word Player.
They have the best essays available on writing I've ever read on the web.
Okay, I
They're
have
very,
written them down.
very good.
On executive decision in the chat. Are you talking about me? He says, does this guy draw for Marvel, DC, or another comic? He's very talented.
Huh.
Are you talking about me? Yeah, I used to draw Injustice for DC Comics. And before that, 26 years of drawing for everybody.
Mike's drawn for everybody.
Yeah.
And when Ethan opened up his box from DC of all the garbage they put out, he would read some of the titles and he would show us the cover of the title, and at least 3 books, it might have been 5, had Mike Miller's name on it.
Mike's inking on it at
One of
least.
the contributing guys, yeah. One of them even had your cover, I think, on it.
Oh, nice.
Justice League, I think, or a Wonder Woman or something.
Oh, Injustice with, was it Wonder Woman holding a sword up?
I think so.
Yeah, that was an issue of Injustice.
It was good.
Thank you.
So is all that stuff you've done in the last year, or are those going back?
Last 5 years. And then the Sins of Youth thing was like from flipping 1999 or something.
Oh, okay. But you're still getting royalties on that stuff.
Yeah, but it diminishes.
Yeah, it's not. They're not blockbuster things. They're going back into their library and probably reprinting and releasing all of the Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, their big titles.
Yeah.
Anything that looks remotely modern, they're going to re-release. And so the things that look the most modern are probably going to be 90s or later. Because I would think just the color work on them or the printing ability on them is going to be so different from what people are used to seeing today. Just the language of printing.
Yeah.
Speaking of royalties and such, did you catch when your friend Scott Derrickson it sounded like, had been really worked over in terms of like what he thought he had as an agreement? It sounded almost like your Earthworm Jim situation.
What, for Doctor Strange?
Yeah, for Doctor Strange, it sounded like, well, next time I'll at least get it in writing. It'll buy me a sandwich, maybe.
No,
He basically, it sounded like they really
screwed him.
His whatever he contracted for came back to bite him.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's Marvel.
I know the story behind him getting that gig. I'm still trying to get him on a freaking show.
That would be a good show. I'd listen to that one.
Oh yeah, me too.
Probably argue or something.
Oh, we argue every time we're together.
Do you?
Sure.
He's a Christian, right?
He absolutely is a Christian, but he's a lefty.
Oh.
We just go hammer and tongs. But
so he doesn't believe in unicorns, is what you're saying.
He does not. Well, he might. I mean, who knows what he believes in.
If he's a lefty, he probably believes in evolution.
He's one of the guys who I met and just like, oh, this is my brother from another mother. It's that kind of a relationship where we are. It's a lot like when I met Nelson. Is like you meet a guy and you meet a brother, like a real kindred spirit. And I felt the same way about Nuck the other day from Austria when I just started talking to this guy and going, oh, this guy, like, we'll never agree on things, but we're cut from the same cloth.
Well, how did that go? I saw some sort of little tease on that, but I didn't.
Oh, you should watch the episode. It's fascinating. He's an atheist. He used to be a Christian, and okay, we've watched all of the same debates, read the same books on biblical textual criticism and historicity and stuff. And he's a really cool guy. So Derrickson, his story on how he got Doctor Strange, just fascinating. And you can see why he might get a little burned on that.
Come in, Jill. Jill
It
hates
was
being
just
on
a
camera.
little too much of something he wanted, maybe a little too bad.
There's no way he'd have turned it down. There's no way he'd have probably done waited on a deal point to say, wait a minute, what about this?
He can't play hard hard line.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's that going to be that big.
And not only that, but you know, I've done those when I did the Earthworm Jim deal, and we did the rights for the TV show. I read the entire contract from Universal. It was a freaking phone book. Like your eyes just glaze over after a while of it was probably 75 pages.
All that stuff. That's how they get you. They are a class to themselves.
Yeah.
I would assume that they have some sort of like.
That's what the lawyers are for, man.
Exactly. Some sort of condensed version they have for themselves.
Well, I'm sure Scotty, I'm sure he has a normal lawyer, a Hollywood lawyer, so it's his lawyer's fault if it wasn't pointed out to him.
Right.
But I'm sure it's like way back in paragraph 5, you know.
Yeah.
Subsection 12B.
Yeah, that's where your eyes are glazing over. That would have whatever rights he's talking about. But so when he did that story, you know, this is a guy on the, I don't want to say the tail end of his career, but you know, he's just starting. People weren't throwing his name around quite the way that they are now.
Yeah.
And
what was the last thing he did before that?
Probably, well, the major thing was Sinister.
Oh yeah.
Blumhouse was kind of his big recovery movie. Like that was the big blockbuster.
And he did what's that?
Hellraiser.
The assassination of Emily assassination, the exorcism.
Yeah, that was his big art hit. That put him on the map. Then he did Day the Earth Stood Still. And that was it. You know, I just think it was not good.
I didn't even know he did.
It didn't. I think
it didn't go over as big as you know, the previews and
yeah, exactly. It wasn't the blockbuster that thing was set up to be, and I don't even know how you make a blockbuster out of it.
Yeah,
whatever he did with it, it didn't help.
Yeah,
and then but it did okay. You know, it wasn't like some big expensive failure. And then so he had this idea for Doctor Strange. Of course, word around Hollywood was bringing your pitches, and Marvel and / Disney and Feige wasn't impressed with all the pitches they'd gotten. So here's Scott. What about me? And they said, like, you know, they needed a pitch by whatever day. I don't remember the exact details of that thing, but he went out and he had an idea for what he wanted. He was a big Doctor Strange fan. I don't know if he read the material and became a fan or what, but he just goes, this is my, if I'm ever going to do a movie, this one's mine. And so he and Cargill, his writing partner, had put together, I don't know if Cargill was in on the pitch or not, but he went out and hired the guys that did, I think it was the guys that did the good Captain America, or Winter Soldier. I think he's friends with those guys. And he went to them and said, how much do I have to pay to have you guys do all kinds of special effects for a pitch? I want to do animatics. It was like a, you know, a big giant animated concept scene with, you know, with everything. They said, we'll help take care of all that. And he paid, I think out of his own money, he put, I think it was like 40 grand or some amount, some huge amount of money on the pitch. Where it was his skin in the game just to pitch. Right. And then they also hired a bunch of storyboard artists and real guys, Hollywood class guys to put together animatics, his vision for the world, his story, and it was basically the movie you saw, like in an animatic form.
No way.
And he went in and had a pitch, right? Like, and he was like considered let's give him some a good time of day and then usher him out of the building. But it was his job. Like he begged, borrowed, and stealed, you know, like the crazy man pitch. You got to let me in. You got to let me do this. He went in and just cleaned everyone's pot with his pitch. They basically said, right there, this is the guy who's going to write and direct this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nice.
He was greenlit.
I just love those stories because there was no entitlement, no, okay, let's give you a shot. And by the way, I imagine this has got to be what happened with James Gunn.
Yeah.
So there's no way they give that guy.
Not with your trauma experience.
When you're a trauma guy, and he had nothing. Garbage.
That's what bugs me about his downfall. It's like, who did you think this person was?
Yeah, that was mine too. I'm like, guys, everyone knew. Oh, we didn't know. Yeah, really? Yeah. So his pitch won the day. He got the gig. He worked harder on that than anything he ever worked on in his life, to a point of it just almost destroying him. Yeah. It was pretty funny.
Hey, I got a super chat. I got a super chat here. Earth is seriously flat for $2. Says love is bombarding children's websites with flat Earth. Oh, by the way, this you are on the
definition of love or what?
I don't know. This is my pre-Trump speech stream. So in about 18 minutes, I'm going to switch over from you guys to watching the Trump speech.
Are you going to do a live play-by-play?
Unless you guys want to jump in on it.
No.
Okay.
Come back and tell us how it goes.
All right.
Hold on. To all my guys that are big Trump fans, and you want to have Mike's brilliant commentary on probably the lowest IQ president in the presidency.
Oh my gosh.
Who I voted for, and we'll vote for again. Get Mike's commentary on his channel. He's Blacklist Universe on YouTube. Blacklist Universe. Everyone subscribe.
Subscribe. How many people do you have watching right now?
I have 131.
Oh wow. I only have 62. Good? What's going on here?
Yeah. How many do you have?
62.
You only have 62?
I know.
God.
I'm watching on your stream.
This YouTube channel is communist. We have to redistribute the wealth. We got to redistribute the wealth. Yeah, guys, definitely subscribe to Mike S. Miller. He's a fellow traveler.
Blacklist Universe. As seen on Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
that's right.
Ben Shapiro approved.
Has he done it again for you? How many times has he done it?
Has he begged you to come back yet, Mike?
Come back?
Has he begged you to come save his show yet?
The Ben Shapiro show?
He's just dropping little promos, right? Or whatever he's doing for you.
Well, he did the shout out, the things I like on his show, and I took that and I turned it into my own little commercial.
Did you tell him that he's not saved?
No, I did not tell him that.
No,
yeah, that's what I'm going to open with.
That'll be your next conversation. We gotta do a Save Ben Shapiro episode. Saving Ben.
Saving Ben.
Ben, his name is Jesus.
He's familiar, actually.
Oh, he knows. No, I hear the theologian he has in his show, and he's there denouncing the Christ. I'm like, Ben, we got to get him.
He's had like John MacArthur on, right? Or who do you have? This is Talib, by the way.
Yeah. Talib!
What's up?
Hey, Talib
in the house.
What's up?
Yeah,
and he also had the Catholic guy, Bishop Barron.
That was a great episode. That was really good. I like his deep dive into theology. That's why I know he can handle us witnessing to him. Yeah, invite me on your show, Ben, and I'll straighten you out. I'll knock that yarmulke off.
Oh man,
dude.
He's so terrible. No,
this is why he hasn't returned your email.
Yeah, I would never present Christ to a man who used it to save his eternal soul on his show.
Yes, by saying you will knock the yarmulke off his head. That's definitely the way you go about it.
I can present the gospel, or I can sell books. And I believe the Great Commission said, "Go and sell some books."
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe Christ's method of teaching was by building relationships first.
Yeah, he built relationships by overturning the tables in the temple.
Yeah, that's not who he was talking to.
Driving them all out.
Dude, I gave this example with Zacchaeus today on cross-examinations. How, you know, there was one of the guys in the chat or in the comments from the day before was saying how, and for those who don't know, I do a daily Bible apologetic show called Cross-Examinations. You should come check it out.
Cross-Examinations, I've been on that. What time do you do that every day? Around?
I try to do it the first thing I can do, but sometimes
Mark's doing Bible apologetic stuff, cross-examinations.
Cross-examinations.
On his channel, the Blacklist Universe.
Yeah, Ben said he'd like to come on, but he's got to find time.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure he'll find some time.
Hey, man. He said he would do a promo for my. He said he would do a promo for my book, and it was the first freaking day back from vacation he did it. I'm like, dude, this guy.
Ask him if he remembers me when Breitbart and I took him to dinner on his first book release to help promote his book. I will. I was on that campaign. I don't think he remembers me.
I'll ask him.
Tell him I knocked his yarmulke off.
Wow.
What was the question? There was a question. I forgot what it was.
Gone.
Yep.
Hold up.
Beep, boop, bop.
Here we go. Let me look at this one. Dr. Maple, did you know Amazon's Alexa explains who Muhammad and Buddha are, but for Jesus, Alexa says he's a fictional character.
Oh,
whoa.
What?
That's good.
Oh, that's that. Yeah, that's what's his name, Crowder. Stephen Crowder, the whole thing on that. That's where he does that. He check it out. Look at the Stephen Crowder video.
Oh, that's an older one, isn't it?
Louder than.
It was like 6 months ago or something. I do remember that now.
Okay, Talib, you got to do it's time for the intro, the theme song.
Oh, yeah. An hour in.
An hour in for the intro theme song.
Is this the last show, Doug? Is this the last inking show?
It will be. This is the last inking show.
Okay, good. I'm gonna do a shot of this old spiced rum.
Oh, Old Spice. He's drinking Old Spice.
We'll get to that after. All right. Doug, he's the man, he's from America, no, not Japan. Doug uses his hands, he's bringing joy to everyone across this land. It's the Doug Show, Doug Show, Doug Show. It's the Doug Show, Doug Show, Doug Show. Doug, tall and slim, he's the creator of Earthworm Jim. Doug made me swim inside the ocean till I popped in the pen. It's the Doug Show, Doug Show, Doug Show. It's the Doug Show, Doug Show, Doug Show.
Oh, yes, that's Talib Music on YouTube and on Twitter, I think. Talib, Talip Music.
The one and only.
I didn't hear any of the new lyrics about the Dirty Doug epidemic.
Yeah,
no one sent them.
Yeah, no one.
Send them to me.
No, you got to write your own. Look at him. That's half your job.
No, wait. Alice said he was going to take a stab. I
said that. No, I didn't do it.
No, what do you think he's going to take a stab? He meant he's going to take a stab at some person at the mall.
Wait, Doug.
Yeah.
Right here. I'll come up with something.
Okay, the chat.
Did you leave out? Did you include the lyric about you throwing up at the beach? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
It's always in it.
gospel.
I grew up in the Pacific, in the barked in a bin. I made him swim in the ocean with the seals in La Jolla.
Seal shit.
Yeah, that was pretty much all seal food.
So what we're seeing here, is this the final piece to the puzzle then? What you're
I've got 2 more pages of ink. This is one of 3. I got to get. I'm just kind of doing the main characters in the foreground, and probably do the background. But we'll see. We'll see. It's 8 o'clock. It's going to probably be a late night, but I'm trying to haul A and this and stuff. So
you did like an 8-hour episode the other day, right?
Yeah, it ran him out.
It ran him off. It cut me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you went on freaking Ethan's show for 2 more hours.
Yeah, and I was delirious on drugs. On drugs and sleep deprivation. I'm not responsible for anything I said on that show. That was, that was YouTubing under the influence if there ever was one.
Have you
As long as you didn't, yeah, I was gonna say, as long as you didn't compare anyone to Planet of the Apes, I think you're fine.
Yeah, I very well could have, for all I know. Very well could have. I was in a really bad place. I mean,
Valerie Jarrett didn't come up.
Yeah, right.
Valerie Jarrett's right.
Yeah, you should sometimes give someone else the keys to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm here to
Don't
document
let me
reality.
drive if I'm bad.
I'm documenting reality. I'm just saying. I'm not here to protect my career. I'm here to document reality. That's very going to be unfortunate.
It's very unwise.
Very unwise. The Doug Show. Just remember, the Doug Show tells the truth, and no other YouTube channel does. I'm just saying.
I don't.
I'm in a bad place. You're gonna know I'm in a bad place.
Have you ever had sleep deprivation hallucinations?
I have not, but I get like the weird eye twitch, and I mean the last couple of days. Last night was the first time I slept. I passed out basically and slept 8 hours and just woke up feeling I got all caught up.
Oh, that's
But
good.
that 8-hour show was directly after a 4-hour show working.
Jeez,
And that was on 4 hours sleep the night before. So that was getting bad.
Yeah.
And Doug, how's your back? What's up with the back?
It hurts. I mean, it's okay. It's sore. It's not as, I mean, back on that show, it was raging. So I was on a lot of pain meds. Every pain med they prescribed to me, I was on. Just getting to the shingles. Like right now around my belt, I feel a little fire. And around my right side, I feel a little fire.
That's just the Taco Bell.
It's just Taco Bell.
This is the place where I heard the discussion about Del Taco being the best tacos.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Well,
That
I'm
is-
just saying
that
for
is-
fast. Mike's got Roberto's and all these other joints around.
Oh yeah, sure.
That doesn't count. But I'm saying on normal chains, you know, if I'm in LA and I have the chance, I mean, I'm going to Del
I'm
Taco.
going to Del Taco.
It is.
I like
Good.
Del Taco.
Good.
I like Del Taco.
And then everyone in the chat who doesn't know Del Taco is going like Taco Bell. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. You know what I put about Taco Bell? Jack in the Box tacos. Those little dog food numbers.
Oh, those are good. The dog food numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how bad Taco Bell is.
No
Dude, Jack in the Box
way.
taco.
Come on. It's
Deep
not that
fried,
bad.
Mike, with a slice of American cheese in it.
Yes.
There's never been a taco
They're
known
so
to man
bad.
with a slice of a hamburger cheese put in it.
Yeah, that's freaking Jack in the Box, dude. Those tacos are terrible. I don't know.
Have you had one recently? I mean, just to give it a new. Just trust me on this.
I mean, I've had one probably within a year. There's a Jack in the Box
Okay.
practically across
They're
the
so
street.
nice.
and when you ate it, you objectively were thinking about it and going, "I wish I had a Taco Bell taco instead."
I would rather have a Taco Bell taco than a Jack in the Box taco. Yes.
Okay, well, we'll talk later. Sometime.
That and the unicorns, right?
Yeah, that and unicorns. But yeah, those are good. Those dog food tacos.
Dude, do you remember when Taco Bell used to use good ground beef
No.
Yeah.
before the
They
dollar
were
menu?
probably
I mean,
frying it on an actual grill.
Yeah. It was before the value menu. And then after, remember, because Taco Bell was going bankrupt. And then they did the whole value menu thing and they like got popular again, but they're like, oh crap, we can't afford this.
Yeah, for a while, Taco Bell was trying to turn around by they had these big chefs came in. Remember the chefs that came in and made their gourmet versions of tacos? They had world-class chefs do designer tacos.
Oh, that I do not recall.
It was probably 5 years ago. In the commercial, they had a lady chef. She had the chef hat on. They're like, now the new gourmet, ranch chipotle, whatever, taco. I don't know how long that lasted, but it didn't work for their reputation.
Oh, I got a nice super chat here from that hostile over there for $5. I'd like to see you and Doug team up regularly on YouTube. You guys are kind of influencing my faith compass lately.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing that on cross-examinations, but I can't make it on the show because usually I've been doing this garbage, so I'll try and do more. Let's
Yeah,
see if I
you've
can
only
do
been
this.
on one episode, huh?
One or two.
Was it
two?
two? Was it two?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you and Mike Nelson and Ethan have been chunking out your mullet stuff.
Yeah,
or not.
Audio Mullet is going to be our podcast, and we've got 6 episodes in the can now.
Oh, that's quite a few.
I haven't heard Lou on that show since before Christmas, though. So, but believe it or not, the one who can't make it is Ethan. That guy's so busy.
He stays that busy, huh?
It's because of the kids and trying to juggle everything that he can't. He has a screen back in. I'll tell you one thing: the shows are a freaking scream. They're some of the best, and I sound drunk on them. So it's the full Doug Financial.
All right.
Exactly. So what did you do today in lovely Glendale?
I'm organizing my office. So I've been
Okay.
working all day on just sort of like getting sound panels up behind all of the speakers here. And then we went for a nice walk in the Americana.
Oh,
And my back's feeling better. So I did the back. We went to Disneyland yesterday, and I, did my first like getting out of the house.
Yeah.
Which is insane. But yeah, man, happy in Glendale. It's the best place to be. Number one place.
I agree.
Come back.
Trump
Come back.
stream starting soon.
Good.
They say the Trump stream is starting
Yeah.
soon. Let me see.
The Trump stream.
The Trump
Trump
stream.
Trump stream.
The blowback on it is going to be extreme. There's going to be people that just can't believe that they aren't in line to react to.
Oh yeah, I hope he just unloads. It's going to be great.
I hope so too. I hope he
This is going to
just
be
got him
great.
just like skittering around in
Yeah.
shock from it.
We really need like the leftist seizure-o-meter, like
Yeah.
something that gauges the worldwide seizure events, and just watch it. Just the needle just peg the needle. Leftist journalist seizure meter. That's what we want.
Oof, I don't know if I can do this on this computer.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it too. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah.
Fox News live stream.
Ellis has to set his recorder so he can record it and memorize all of the brilliant points Trump makes. So that's a pretty good argument right there.
All right,
He made
it
a
is.
pretty- he made a
It
good
is
one.
6 o'clock right now. Let's see if he's started.
That guy, he likes tariffs. Now tariffs suddenly make sense.
He will do. I'm sure he'll lay it out in simple form. So
I'm sure it'll make perfect sense.
it will.
And Scott Adams,
It's
you don't
persuasive.
understand the brilliance of this guy. This is supreme hypnosis.
You're doing his voice he does when he's mocking dummies.
Yeah, this, you don't want to mess with this guy here, Google. I'm going to wreck you. You own half of the Western world, but I'm going to wreck you.
Yeah.
That
That was pretty funny.
Everyone tweet, quick. Put this channel in your link. Put Doug just wrecked Scott Adams. Controversy, hashtag controversy. Hashtag Earthworm Jim Creator just took a dump down the throat of Dilbert Creator. Hashtag controversy.
I missed whatever you're talking about.
That's how you do it. That's how you get those clicks.
Yeah, that's all.
I just want the subs, dude. I'm like a handful of subs away from 4,000.
Oh, guys, Mike Miller's almost at 4,000.
4,000 subs.
Hold on, you put up with me. Well, how much worse is he going to be?
I may have an account.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, guys, sign up with all your fake accounts.
Yeah.
Every day, Customs and Border Patrol agents encounter thousands of illegal immigrants trying to enter our country. We are out of space to hold them, and we have no way to promptly return them back home to their country.
Trebuchet.
They're coming to get us.
Of lawful immigrants who enrich our society and contribute to our nation. But all Americans are hurt by uncontrolled illegal migration.
True.
It strains public resources and drives down jobs and wages.
Absolutely. I was just talking about
hardest hit are African Americans and Hispanic Americans. Our southern border is a pipeline for vast quantities of illegal drugs, including meth, heroin, cocaine, and fentanyl.
And the war on drugs.
Every week, 300 of our citizens are killed by heroin alone, 90% of which floods across.
We clearly need better heroin.
Right, but we also mass legalized pot everywhere
this year
as a gateway drug.
That's not killing anybody, though.
He's not going to come out and say, make pot
in the last
illegal.
2 years, ICE officers made
I want it
266,000
all legal, man.
arrests of aliens with criminal records, including those charged or convicted of 100,000 assaults, 30,000 sex crimes, and 4,000 violent killings. Over the years,
I haven't put him on trial yet, but I'm with Trump on this bill.
Killed by those who illegally entered our country, and thousands more lives will be lost if we don't act right now. This is a humanitarian crisis, a crisis of the heart.
We didn't do it when we had both houses, but now we really have to build the wall now that we have Democrats.
Were illegally brought into the United States, a dramatic increase. These children are used as human pawns by vicious coyotes and ruthless gangs.
Coyote.
1 in 3 women are sexually assaulted on the dangerous trek up through Mexico. Women and children are the biggest victims by far of our broken system. This is the tragic reality of illegal immigration on our southern border. This is the cycle of human suffering that I am determined to end. My administration has presented Congress with a detailed proposal to secure the border and stop the criminal gangs, drug smugglers, and human traffickers. Is
that good enough for you, Ann Coulter?
Our
Are you back on yet, Lord Ingram?
And border agents at the Department of Homeland
Sean Hannity, please get back on the train.
Resources they have requested to properly perform their mission and keep America safe. In fact, safer than ever.
He's frozen.
Ever before. The proposal from Homeland Security includes cutting-edge technology for detecting drugs, weapons, illegal contraband, and many other things. We have requested more agents, immigration judges, and bed space to process the sharp rise in unlawful migration fueled by our very strong economy. Our plan also contains an urgent request for humanitarian assistance and medical support. Furthermore, we have asked Congress to close border security loopholes so that illegal immigrant children can be safely and humanely returned back home. Finally, as part of an overall approach to border security, law enforcement professionals have requested $5.7 billion for a physical barrier. At the request of Democrats, it will be a steel barrier rather than a concrete barrier.
At the request of Democrats, I like that.
It is absolutely critical to border security.
Is everyone happy now? It's steel.
Yeah.
It's not concrete we fled. Democrats are on board now? No.
This is just common sense. the border wall would very quickly pay for itself. The cost of illegal drugs exceeds $500 billion a year, vastly more than the $5.7 billion we have requested from Congress. The wall will also be paid for indirectly by the great new trade deal we have made with Mexico. Senator Chuck Schumer, who you will be hearing from later tonight, has repeatedly supported a physical barrier in the past, along with many other Democrats.
Yeah, they've just been playing politics with this for years.
Only after I was elected president. Democrats in Congress have refused to acknowledge the crisis.
Yeah.
And they have
what about when some Republicans were in Congress?
Border agents with the tools
they still needed 60 votes, dude. What do you
I know, that's what I'm saying, but still, it's like he's going to go and blame all the Democrats now. And before it was Jeff Flake, and now he has even less of a chance.
One reason only. Because Democrats
you crack me up. You think he's still playing politics?
I do. I know he's playing politics. I know he doesn't care.
To help those impacted by the situation.
That's my feeling.
Your facts don't care about your feelings, Doug.
Facts don't care about Trump's feelings either. Trump is saying, what do I have to do to keep my job? What do I have to say?
No, he's not.
All my backers like,
oh my gosh, he doesn't care.
You think his psychological makeup is such that he cares what about this job?
He doesn't care about
he's looking to support a human being in his position would be looking for an exit.
No,
he wasn't above the average.
He loved the presidency. He loved being the top boss in America more than
he's going to hate every day of his tenure right now because he hasn't been in control.
He gets to tweet all day. He loves to tweet attention. I think he's addicted to the excitement. I think he loves the excitement. I think he is a high energy guy. He's really into this. Is Trump's stake. This is his Trump stakes. This is his presidency of Trump stake brand. That's how I see it. I'm telling you what I see.
Okay. I mean, you're being honest, I guess. I assume.
Okay, let's listen to the most powerful thing in
the life of an American hero was stolen by someone who had no right to be in our country.
Oh, here comes the
precious
body
lives are cut short by those who have violated our borders.
I'm going to find a child molester that was also killed by an illegal alien. He killed this. He's not an American hero. He killed a child molester. Our police couldn't track down for 50 years. He killed 200 victims, and he just put him out of his misery.
An illegal alien was recently charged with murder for killing, beheading, and dismembering his neighbor. In Maryland, MS-13 gang members who arrived in the United States.
Did it look a lot like an abortion, Trump? Did it look a lot like the 2,500 legal abortions when they were beheaded?
You're going to go there.
What, are you going to take your feed with us? Trump now?
These are a-holes. We've lost 25 viewers since we started this.
All right, you want me to drop out of your stream?
Now, what's her face? We're on Rachel Maddow.
You can mute me if you want.
I would quit.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mike, we're doing the Rachel Maddow for my
voices and the sadness gripping their souls. How much more American blood must we shed before Congress does its job?
Yeah.
For those who refuse to compromise in the name of border security, I would ask, imagine if it was your child, your husband, or your wife, whose life was so cruelly shattered.
Aborted in the womb.
Bad argument.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's full of crap. Hey, my fellow Trump supporters, first of all, I am a fellow Trump supporter. So I'm not saying this because I hate the guy.
After all of these decades, secure our border. This is a choice between right and wrong, justice and injustice. This is about whether we fulfill our sacred duty to the American citizens we serve. When I took the oath of office, I swore to protect our country. And that is what I will always do. So help me God. Thank you and good night.
That's it.
God bless.
Dude,
America.
That's it.
did he say anything new?
Nope.
I didn't hear
Democrats
anything.
fall for the wall, but when
Yeah, he did. He said
Yeah.
the Democrats want to steal
Now
wall.
Schumer's going to get on this racist. This guy is a divisive racist.
Dude, he did that just to put it in the Democrats' lap.
Oh,
That was
weird.
it. That was the whole
If
thing.
this is four-dimensional chess, it's time to play Hungry Hungry Hippos. Come on.
It's the opening
No,
salvo.
but I think,
Chat,
dude,
are
you
guys
are
buying this chat?
you are
No, I just
still
wanna hear if
so
are you
jaded.
frustrated? Did
Oh
you
my
lay down
gosh.
some brilliant law right just now?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
No.
That's not what it is.
This is
That's
his
not
big
what it is.
mind blower.
It
Addressing
was
the
not.
American
It was
people.
not mind blowing.
I don't think you prefaced it by saying mind blowing is coming your way.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson's 15 minutes was more mind blowing.
Oh yeah, that 15 minutes.
The president, why doesn't he hire him to be a speechwriter? Do you know he's going to lay down
He's
just now?
maybe in the chute. Well, the deal is, I mean, Trump, you know, he reserves the right to fire anybody, and that apparently is anybody. He gets people on board and says, "No, you're not working out."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. So more.
all these people.
I'm sure that's how he's always run his business.
Going, guys. I need more Trump to be going.
Where is that freaking image?
So my theory on him is that I do think he really likes the idea of being in the highest office in the world. Makes him, that's what I think of all of our presidents.
What did you know? What was your thoughts on him before when he was running? Were you one of these guys that was saying you can't believe anything he says? He's only doing this for the power. He blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. And now that he has been in office for 2 years, fulfilling all of those promises that you said he was never going to fulfill, you're still holding on to that.
He wouldn't fulfill them. I mean, I believe he's a patriot, and I believe he believes he wants what's best for America, like every president. So I don't doubt.
No, Obama didn't want what was best for America.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, I think Obama thought in his tiny little mind that he needed to fix America, and he was going to do what's best for America.
No, he wanted to do what was best for the world.
Much worse than Trump's.
Obama wanted to do what was best for the world, not America.
You're thinking Trump's version is much worse than Obama's?
No, no. Okay, no. I said Trump's version, what he believes for America, is much better than Obama's. Okay. So, but by the way, I do think it's much worse than Bush's. Or a lot of other candidates. I don't think the other candidates would have had the personality to pull off what Trump has pulled off. Like, I think, for instance, Trump's divisive, burly personality is what got our Supreme Court straightened out in a way that a constitutionalist like Ted Cruz could not have pulled off.
Oh yeah.
So here, Ted Cruz can articulate the argument. Mm-hmm. Knows the Constitution like the back of his hand, but doesn't have the nasty personality it takes to get it done. Yeah. Neither does McCain and these other guys who they may also.
Oh no, McCain had the nasty personality. He only targeted the wrong freaking side of the aisle with it.
But if he was the president, he wouldn't have gotten his Supreme Court picks through.
Oh, he would have gotten his Supreme Court picks through because the Democrats would have liked them.
Yeah, they would have.
I'm going to chew my pizza really, really loud, and I'm like,
okay.
Oh yeah, get in there.
This is obnoxious.
There's no such thing as a crunchy pizza.
So almost smack.
Well, that's unacceptable. Not in my ear. My children know. I'm gonna be like, eat that.
That actually makes me mad.
It creeps me out.
Yeah, there's some sort of and I've got it in a big way. Of if you hear sounds of people like eating or gurgling water, it really bugs you.
Yeah, that's that insane aversion thing too.
Yeah, I was in the car with my wife, and she was eating something. We're on the way to church, and I was like, I can hear you chewing.
Yeah. My son's eating popcorn, and I just turn and just
So
I look right through his head.
when I was, I think I was seeing the Two Towers when it came out, and I was sitting next to some guy.
Oh, no.
He was eating popcorn by picking it up, breaking it in half, and putting it in his mouth and smacking it. I'm like, dude, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to dismember you right here.
In theaters, they do this big peer pressure thing against texting, looking at your phone.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like, we make our money at people smacking with their mouth open at every little bite of licorice and popcorn. Popcorn takes like an hour to eat that whole bowl.
Yeah.
If someone's a noisy eater, it's going to be.
Hopefully he's done by the third act.
Yeah. Well, my friend Greg Seamus, we call him a happy eater. He's like, put him nothing back.
They're on this one.
All air, all out in the open.
That guy would need to be punched. Yes.
Yeah, I'm streaming their stream.
Your family always says,
Oh, somebody wanted me to do outside.
Please silence yourself and go like, please chew with your mouth closed. And if you do start chewing with your mouth open, I'm pulling out my phone and then start looking at Red Letter Media videos.
Just pull up half in the bag.
I've had guys do it like, hey, turn it off. I'm like, dude, if you're the family smacking behind me, turn it off.
Can you close the door, please? Can you close the door? No.
Hey, Alice, what are you working on there?
Oh, I'm just goofing around. I've got this thing where someone did some charcoal sketches today, so I'm using them, what do you call them? You know, the layers where you've got a mask on it. So I'm drawing down into texture. So that's a way to get charcoal looking.
Ellis, hand tutorial.
Oh, hand tutorial?
I need to get on some hand tutorial.
Okay.
Doug, I've got a
Doug,
question for you in my chat.
And like, you know.
Doug, I have a question for you in my chat.
The house is on fire and there's a baby in the nursery. You know, he's looking.
After I heard
he's trying to rescue his Daniel Steele collection. What's your question?
He's burned his fingers to nubs. Okay.
Those sausage fingers.
Yeah.
Liam asks me, ask Doug if he knows the story with Trump, the kid with the iron lung, and his private jet.
I'm sure he saved his life. Okay. and that makes him a constitutional scholar.
Oh, he's not. He's not. We had a constitutional scholar. It was Obama, and look how that got
I'll
us.
tell you the story
Yeah, he
about
was
the guy that all of you hate on. George Bush, there was a kid who needed a heart transplant, and George took out a kitchen knife and cut his own heart and gave it to him on the spot.
It's a good man.
Yeah, that will match your Trump.
That would almost make me like him again.
They'll be like, yeah, and I hate that guy. He sold himself out for the lizard aliens and the Jews.
What about the Jewish lizards?
He lied to get us into the war.
You really need to be on Shapiro, it sounds like.
Oh, I do. Well, I'm in a similar position.
Let you talk over him, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Mike, are you and Shapiro spooning yet?
I'll give you an update later.
Little cuddles.
Hey, Shapiro didn't support Trump. Did you straighten him out?
That's right. He's a total never.
Anyone giving
No. He was a never Trumper. He was a never Trumper.
First of all, I voted for Trump. Shapiro didn't.
Yeah.
Go give him your flack.
That is true. He is not a Trump.
He is not.
No, he is now.
Yeah, he's a Hillary lover until the next election. On paper, I'm just saying.
Oh my
So
gosh.
if you're all following Ben Shapiro, same thing with Scott Adams. Yeah, remember, he would not vote for Trump. He's not a conservative. So if you're all Scott Adamsy, you pro Trump.
I don't even know who Scott Adams is. Should I know who Scott Adams is?
No, Adams makes me turn him off halfway through his programs 50% of the time.
Who's Scott Adams?
Oh, he's Gilbert.
Oh, okay.
He was the first guy to predict that Trump would win.
No, that was me.
Oh, really?
Dude, I won $1,400 in bets
Wait, did
that
you
I
go
placed.
for Cruz in the? Well, you went for Cruz in the primary.
No,
That's who
I went for Trump in the primary.
Who'd you go for in the primary?
Trump.
Really?
I started making bets on Trump almost as soon as he announced.
Okay, you're in. You qualify.
I liked Cruz. I liked a lot of the guys. I thought we had a great field, but
Yeah.
regardless, I knew Trump. I knew Trump would crush them all.
Yeah, my people. That's because you're intelligent. That's because you're an adult male.
So I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? It's probably a little blurry because that's a crappy camera on
It
my.
is blurry. What's wrong
Yeah,
with your $8,000 video you put in? Wait, hold it up again. I'm gonna put the camera on you.
Well, you can see it if you go. If you click on my channel, you can see it because I'm
Wow,
filming
that
this
is
through
the
the other.
blurry stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
really blurry. Of a robot coming in?
Yeah.
You guys?
Yeah, there's a robot. A robot.
Really?
Yeah, it's a robot.
In Lone Star?
No, this is a cover for a French comic book.
Oh, a frog book. Come on.
It's a frog book. It was a commission I got months ago, and they're like, "Do you think you could have this done by the end of January? Like, you've been paid for this very long time ago."
Mike, are you streaming on yours too right now?
I am.
How are you doing that?
I have 2 computers.
Oh, 2 computers. So one camera on his artwork.
Yeah.
And then one camera on him.
I could grab my phone and stream a 3rd channel.
Oh, that would be funny. We got to get you on another show, guys. Someone else start a show, and we'll all get on it. Well, 8 guys, 8 shows.
Yeah.
Cross-pollinating.
Yeah, I guess, I could do it from my phone. On my channel.
Well, I'm going to go. I know, Doug, this may hurt your ears, but I'm going to go wash my hands real quick.
Oh.
Has anyone watched Bandersnatch on YouTube? Or not YouTube, sorry, Netflix? We're on YouTube now.
This
the
is
whole
the story branching idea.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Black Mirror.
You can pick your own ending.
Yeah. It's a choose your own adventure film.
It sounds terrible. So, have you watched any of it and done some choices?
I've done all the choices because I was on my back.
What?
I did every single choice, man.
You really are an unemployed musician.
No, wait. I was dying for 3 days. I was able to get through it.
That hurt. Dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling way better now.
Any man who has that much time needs to go on a ship or in a coal mine.
Hey, this was during Christmas, so it's like everything was sleepy. Christmas, New Year's time, so we're good.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they released it, actually, and
I don't want to get deplatformed for you saying Bandersnatch too many times.
You get in trouble for that?
I would think so.
Are you talking about Benedict Bandersnatch?
Yeah, if the Google thing looks for words and it finds you saying Bandersnatch all the time.
But that's Alice in Wonderland. That's a character from Alice. It's like Jabberwocky.
Yeah, the AI does not care. The AI will come for you.
Bandersnatch.
Is that Brian? You have a great mic, Brian.
Thank you.
Or a great voice mixed together.
Yeah, he's our vocal radio DJ.
Wonderful, man.
He's our jazz DJ.
I play a little thing here called Bigfoot Now.
Late night jazz sounds with Spyro Gyra.
What the hell am I doing?
So everyone driving, stay awake. Stay awake, everyone.
That was Brian Eno.
Welcome to NPR.
Have you ever seen Eastwood's movie? What was that? Just his second big movie.
Bird?
He directed it.
Bird?
Well, no, where he was a disc jockey and a crazy woman comes after him.
Oh,
What was it called?
I want to see him be a
Play
DJ.
Misty for me. That's it. Play Misty for me.
Does he just grit and go, next time?
Well, no, he does it with a throaty, smoky voice. Yeah.
How many commercials do I play?
Yeah.
Get off my lawn, get off.
My lawn, get off.
Play Misty for me. Had a hit song.
Right. He's a guitarist, isn't he?
Is he?
Isn't he? At the end of the one that he did with his son. Was it Bridges of Madison County? Or was it Gran Torino? I think his son and he played guitar on the soundtrack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Clinton is a huge fan of musicians. Yeah, he's probably more of a piano guy.
He did the Charlie Bird Parker movie.
Yeah, he composes all his own music as well for a lot of these films. He does all the.
Yeah, he did the music for Unforgiven.
Dude, that's a triple threat. Compose my own music.
You want to see me dance?
His son plays bass. That's what I plays bass. But
Yeah,
then
I think
his
his
piano
dad
and plays bass.
I know. His son's actually an accomplished jazz musician.
Yeah, for sure.
How many times, Mr. Man?
Not the good-looking son. Not the
Not the one that.
not the girly boy one. The older
Yeah.
one from the one from his previous marriage that he bailed on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So he could get with
one of his young co-stars.
yeah.
Yeah. He did a full Trump on his first wife.
I don't even want to know what that means.
When he goes into like America is for values and honor, and that's why we have to. Okay.
Judgy the Unicorn, ladies and gentlemen. Judgy the Unicorn.
The unicorn. Hey, to leave, it's time for a song. Ellis, cue up a story.
Okay.
Is this a new one? Have you written anything? Or is this melts? Oh, wait, I got a super chat. Liam,
Super chat.
a super chat. Did he give you a $5 one? Because he gave me a $5 one.
Yep.
Liam,
Yes,
$5 super chat from Akashi Soldier in parentheses. Thank you. I need to bail. Going to buy lighting and a mic today. But we should yell at one another over the character of Trump sometime to have fun. Liam, you keep writing. You be careful online. Garbage. You know, all of us on these shows, we got to get over ourselves. Get over ourselves.
Ellis.
Ellis, get a hint.
Ellis, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Whenever things get heated, just think of Ellis's fingers.
Ellis, get the that guy, the animator. Milk Call. Get the Milk Call hand model sheet from Sword in the Stone right now.
Yeah.
And draw them.
Right now.
That's what we're doing. And then you're going to reach.
These are pretty good hands right here.
How many times must a man walk?
Guys, to leap, songwriter.
628.
All right. Now for something completely different.
Now for something.
It's an Maple Shove musician. Actually,
Or we'll do. It's called I Need You Near. Here we go. We'll do some rock and roll.
all right.
Ooh. Well, here we go.
Well, he's already setting up his excuse. About
No, I'm not. No. I mean, I could say I'm drunk.
I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it.
In the sky, with crows and doves that fly. I am a dove and a star in this place. The shadows get my prey, and the stars that reflect the rain, the bright morning light that shines from above. Well, I'm not from here. I was born in a small atmosphere where we all was light. The older I get, I submit to the place where they live. I succumb to the night. I need you now. I need you near. I need you now. Now I do. I need you near. The bright open sky, my own. Brings a dove's eye and enthroned to carry a peace unto you. But the crows do mock my flight. I weaken by the flight. And he takes me away from I'm here. I was born in a small atmosphere where they all play. And all the actors, I submit to the place where they live. I succumb to the name. I need you now. I need you near. I need you now. How I do. I need you near. Oh, 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 how I do need you. I need you near. Oh, how I do need. I need you near.
Did you near? Yeah, your phone was crapping out on you there, buddy.
Sounded
Was
good.
that my mic?
No, I like it.
It was either your mind or you were drunk. It sounded like you were missing some beats there. Not that I think I'm talking about. I mean, I'm just a kid.
So they get
I
a
know you-
hand
Bill
tutorial.
Hartman.
You need a hand tutorial.
No, you were great.
That's what it is.
Need
Play
a
the
hand
hands.
tutorial.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, a hand tutorial. I got you.
I'm just a caveman.
Yeah, put more sparkles all over that thing. So that'll get people not like that. What's going on? I got an idea.
Hey, you know what? That may be a good pitch image, but I got to think of what the story is.
Get a lens flare on it.
Yeah.
Oh, so someone said, you're right, it says bandwidth issue. So I think it's, Sketch Therapy said, I think it's a bandwidth
It's
issue.
probably me, guys. My
No, it's me. Everyone's me.
Yeah, in terms of like it coming over the pipe or through the pipe. Yeah.
yeah, the pipe went.
You got a little dookie in there with the pipe.
It's a little dookie. Anyways, it's Talib Music. Someone wrote, what is his channel? So just
Yeah.
Talib Music.
It's Talib Music, TALIP. That's on YouTube or on Twitter at
Yes.
Talib Music. And guys, he's going to have a show where he's going to be knocking out like a song a day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my, that sounds challenging.
Yeah.
Challenge.
You can tell me what you want me to write about.
Oh, look at that.
We'll do it that way, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brendan
Brendan
Pitts asks us if I am stream sniping. Yes, I am. I am.
We allow stream snipers. I don't consider it a loss if someone goes on to Leap stream and leaves mine. If they're a brother and they go, they go. But then the expectation is, hey, you throw a little cheddar my way. You throw the cheddar back and forth. So, because the whole idea is if cross-pollination doesn't happen, then everyone's losing.
Yep.
Got to be cross-pollination or everyone's losing.
Where does the pollen go?
Communism.
Those are the rules. And I am a benefactor of everyone's cross-pollination. I mean, all of my subscribers obviously came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So,
That's how this works.
yeah.
That's right. On the shoulders of giants.
I make mine from clay.
On the
Yeah.
Clay.
Brian's crawling and getting them all from one unique source at a time.
That's right. I'm not sharing
He didn't do any of
it.
the sharecropping. I built this. You didn't build that. I built this. You didn't build that. Brian, say you built that. You didn't build that.
You didn't build that.
Oh
Brian, I
man.
love your voice, man. What do you do, Brian? I need to know who you are, man.
I draw comics.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you and I hung out a couple years ago, 3 years ago at the Heaven Cigars by the in San Diego by the little bay there.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, we got Reagan in the mix.
Reagan's been to the hoedown.
I need some water.
Yes, sir.
Man, am I right?
I was making dinner, cleaning the place up, and then I listened to the Trump show.
The Trump show.
I wish it would broadcast.
Trump show.
Reagan, I feel like you can see me with those glasses through the computer.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they're a pretty thin prescription, but my vision gets worse at night, so sometimes.
Wow, those are huge. You can see the whole universe through those.
Oh yeah.
Look at his. Yeah. Look at that. That's a
I
whole
can see all
glass
these-
for how little your eyes are, dude.
Mhm.
They look like anime glasses when they draw the giant circles in their
Yeah, I know. I mean, this is part of my eye enlarging therapy, so that I can have that nice anime aura.
Well, you know, when you take the glasses off, they go back to normal size, right? It's not permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, they go back to little dot eyes. Looks like Charlie Brown all over again.
Edwin, I'm
over
stream sniping on. Oh my gosh.
Super chat. That hostel over there for
Doug's
$2.
stream.
Thank you. That hostel over there. The hostels are always over there. For $2.
No, check out these cyborg glasses the VA issued me.
Pollinating you sounds gross, but here's money. Thank you for the real life money. Wait, okay, get the glasses back on. Cyber sunglasses, Reagan. I got young.
Yeah, I think everybody saw him.
Oh no,
I didn't see him.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him. I didn't see him with a gun show.
No, it's these
wow, dude.
boxy old people looking.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like Lou Wasserman.
That's when they blow your pupils wide open, right?
It's like Elliot Gould in Ocean's 11. Old man in glasses.
Like old man Terminator.
Come on, me if you want to live. Here, you guys take over. I gotta get some pain meds. It feels like someone kicked me in my right nut.
That was me. I'm sorry.
I keep rearranging my junk and it's not working. Hold on.
That's quality TV right there.
I am not holding on to you right now.
Not working.
So yeah, I'm pretty disappointed that Trump didn't just order the military right now to just like start building a wall and siege engines.
I guess that was the suspense
Whoa, siege engines.
to watching it, right?
So I was at the gym all night. What did I miss with Trump?
I
Nothing.
mean, he's basically just digging in his heels and
Blaming the
kind of
Democrats.
just saying we're not budging till they budge.
He just put his case out and said why the shutdown has occurred and why it's going to continue, basically.
Yeah, but the funniest part was him saying the Democrats want a steel wall, so we'll give them that. It's like,
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I actually do understand some of the case for the steel barriers, just because from a checkpoint perspective, you have to be able to see on the other side of the barrier as you're patrolling alongside it. Yeah, it's not as monolithically aesthetically pleasing as a big, Great Wall of China type of structure.
I want exactly what Israel has, and that's just a very nice.
I mean, the one we paid for?
Yeah, probably. Just very dense setup with fence. And,
That's awful nice that we fund their wall, but we're not allowed to fund our own.
yeah. Well, I don't understand. It's as if we'd never invented these things called cameras for seeing on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, but it's electronics. It can be, the weather can wear them down, and they're more expensive, and it's just more upkeep.
Yeah. I don't really care either way. I mean, we've got a wall in San Diego, and we've had one for a long time, and nobody complains about it.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't it Arnold that when he was the governor, wasn't he the one that put it up?
Was he? I mean, I know we've always had something.
Yeah. Which part of San Diego are you in, by the way? Because I'm in North County.
I'm in Spring Valley.
Did you fix yourself, Doug?
Hey-oh.
Yeah, we're getting fixed right now.
Oh man.
How was your adjustment period?
That's what everybody just said.
We gotta get some of this too.
Oh, nice.
You gonna put that down there to ease the pain?
Gotta refresh my bag. Gotta get the bag refreshed.
Got some bag balm in there.
Bag.
Hey, Doug, why don't you try some Icy Hot?
Yeah, oh man, it feels like. Ooh, ow. It's like someone is put your junk in a vice is what it feels like. So let's get to work. This will help distract, I hope, if I focus on this instead of the kick in the nuts feeling.
Man, I am down to
was
28
also
viewers. This is weird.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Breaker. One notch breaker.
What's wrong?
What's going on here?
Are you sure it's not Mike in his other stream?
Is it Mike that's breaking up?
Am I?
No, I don't think so. Everything sounds fine.
The rest of you sound fine. It's Mike that's kind of breaking up.
Mike, you suck.
Mike!
Oh, can you hear me now?
So I heard you all talking about Joseph Campbell. Did I tell you all about his lesser known secret book?
Hold on.
Mike,
Hold on. That was me. It was me. I was trying to refresh my page, and now it's playing old stuff.
So yeah, Joseph Campbell's unknown secret volume, The Hero with 1,000 Quests.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
Oh.
It has its theory on how much they get.
I mean, how every apart jokes are transcendent across humanity.
Transcendent.
Yeah.
Okay. I read the hand just now.
You need to get a tutorial though. Go get a hand tutorial.
I need the hand tutorial right now.
Heard a really good one from Tom Rhodes, The Hero with 1,000 Feet Picks.
That must be funny in Canada, where Tom Rhodes is.
Oh, that's right. I'm in a room full of Gen Xers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why everybody's gone. How many people are watching you right now?
107.
Which is down from 160?
Yeah.
It's the High Council.
Oh, they're all doing the Ethan thing.
They're all doing the Ethan thing.
Tune in on Star Wars, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, guys, everybody jump over to Doug's stream. I'm going to back this one out because there's only 30 people watching. Then I'll jump on over there with a better connection. All right. So I'll see you over there in a minute.
104. Let's see how many come over. Oh, they're all draining out. 103. It's like shit never announced. 103.